What's up, guys? It's Chris Vi from the house, and today we're going to be taking a look at Brent Coleman's game and showing you how to create more power in the two-handed technique. Let's jump in.
So as we're taking a look at Brent's game today, Brent has a very strong foundation that we're going to try to build off of here. He's notified us that he's only been bowling for 2 years, and as you see here, I mean that's very solid for really anybody, but especially for someone that's only been bowling for a couple of years. So he did say that he started off as two-handed, which definitely can help. And there's only, a couple of minor tweaks that I would possibly see that I think could take his game to the next level. So let's take a look at a couple of those. And the first thing I saw right off the bat is this starting position. To me, it just looks a little stiff and a little upright. I mean, he does have a little bit of sag, a little bit of knee bend there. But I'd like to see a little bit more. Not a ton, but something to give him a little bit more of a comfort level. Maybe not quite as tall here with the upper body as well, because what you'll see right here, I mean, in basically half of a step, he goes from, pretty much standing tall, standing upright to the pretty much the max spine tilt that he has during his entire approach. So it just seems like a very quick movement, which I think leads to this. Kind of the next thing we're going to talk about. It's where this elbow gets it gets way up here, kind of almost it's behind him, really. It gets this extra movement at the top, and it's extremely tight to his body. So I think if we can get this starting position, a little more of a, I guess you would call it an athletic stance. Some other sports would call it an athletic stance. A little more knee bend here, and maybe just a little bit of spine tilt, kind of going down this way to kind of uh, get him ready for the next couple of steps that are coming. It's just a very sudden movement, kind of during this third step, to where it's a very drastic drop, which changes, his entire spine tilt and his entire body position so rapidly. So I'd like to see that more of a gradual change from this first step to this third step, to where he's not, you know, torquing his upper body nearly as much. With that being said, as I kind of mentioned there, the ball placement in the backswing, very high. I mean, his hand's still in a good position. It just, with his hand being in this position and the ball being this high, you can see his fingers here are almost, just kind of the tips of his fingers are kind of touching the ball there. So it's almost kind of pushing it up. Um, and it just gets very high, and it seems to be a little uncontrollable. I mean, his game's still pretty solid, but I would think if we can get the ball a little lower and a little further from his body, that would kind of make it a little lower but further from his body to get, to keep the timing fairly similar. I think that will help create a little more power in his game, a little more ball speed, a little more naturally. May not have to feel like he has to throw it as hard. But his ball speed and rev rate seem to match pretty well in this shot. Let's kind of go back here and look again. Yeah, it just kind of gives him an extra little hitch down here at the bottom of the swing as well, to where now he's kind of getting back into this position. It's a strong position here, but I think if he could have this ball not much higher than this and a little further away from his body, a step before this happened. Let's see if we can make that happen. Yeah, so like right here, maybe just a little bit higher than this and have it kind of stay in this position. To where if we would see it from the side, his body would be going forward more towards the line, but the ball wouldn't travel at the same speed towards the line as his body. We see this a lot in golf swings where it's considered lag, to where the ball is going to be lagging behind his body, which is going to create natural power. So we kind of want this ball to stay in this position, and like I said, it could be a bit higher because it's going to take a while for this to change. But if we could get the ball just a bit higher and a bit further away, we'll create that extra lag, and it will keep the timing relatively the same, so he won't have too many huge issues, when he's working on this. But like I said, other than that, he has very solid timing. His body gets into a good position. I just think he has a little extra movement getting into that position that we could eliminate and make this a little bit more fine-tuned. Yeah, I mean, ball roll's really good, release is really good, works the correct part of the bowling ball through the spot here. I mean, hands in a good position. You love to see this let me go back here. You love to see this as a two-hander. Right here, love to see this. The ball outside or inside, I'm sorry, inside of the head. That is fantastic. That's a really good position to be in. His elbow's on the inside, not working around it. It's nice and tight to his ankle. I mean, this is a phenomenal position. I just think there's a couple of things leading up to this that we can get to this position a little easier and a little bit more consistently. But yeah, from there on, I mean, wonderful balance at the line, trail leg down, trail arm or the balance arm out to the side. Really good position, everything, pointing to his target. Just a couple of minor tweaks in the beginning part of this approach, and then the backswing. I think we could see an astronomical rise in his game here. So I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. Maybe a couple minor tweaks could be even greater.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you do, check the link in the description below for a 50% off code so you can get your game reviewed by one of the house members. Thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.